So I'm finally making a video. It's been long overdue, I know, but all that matters is that I'm actually making a video now, and this is kind of more of a free flow kind of video. I'm just gonna talk about what's on my mind, and so I have no structure and I don't have like points, but wherever my mind takes me, I'll just go with it and talk. Kind of like the first video I made, but like more detailed and obviously more experiences since then. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off by talking about my experience so far. And as of today, and for the past few weeks, haven't been feeling really well. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I brought this upon myself. So a few weeks ago, I decided to like venture out and try new foods. Probably not the best decision I've made for myself being in a different country because first of all, I'm not somewhere where I like am used to the environment too much. So I should also have like an awareness of what's happening around me. But I got so comfortable being here for so long, I decided to just eat whatever I see and like not really hesitate. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had so many stomach aches since then. I think there was a point in the past few weeks where I asked my friends, I'm like, should I become a vegetarian? Because I became so paranoid of meat. Because like I don't know, I've just been going through this like transition of like the foods really starting to get to me, and I'm starting to go back to my little comfort zone. So all I've been really eating the past week has been like hummus and just hummus. Like that's just how like paranoid I've become. So yeah, I've been having some issues with food, but regardless, it hasn't ruined my experience so far. What else? I have also been getting random sniffles and like I don't know, you guys. My health is just shit. Like I think I have this like superior immune system. So I think I have like this superior immune system, but I don't. I have the worst immune system ever. So I shouldn't be surprised that I'm getting sick constantly, but it's whatever. And yeah, so that's been my health so far the past few weeks. And Arabic. I've learned so much Arabic since I've been here. My shining moment of my trip has been when I'm able to have a conversation with cab drivers. So I take a cab every morning to and from school and like wherever I need to go because obviously I can't drive here. So I come across cab drivers like all the time, and I'm able to have conversations with them. And I think this one cab driver, he told me, he was like, wow, your Arabic is really good. And obviously I got like a big head after that. But all thanks to my Arabic instructors, it's just been a blessing. I have possibly the best professors that anyone else has. But yeah, that's been my experience so far with Arabic. And so like in Amman, people don't know official street names. They only know like the area. So like at the very beginning when I came here, I basically used my hands to describe places that I needed to go to. But now I can just use like my knowledge of Arabic and I can just describe it with like the vocab I've learned, and it's just been, oh you guys, it's been amazing. Like it's just like that gratifying feeling like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. The cab drivers think I'm crazy most of the time because I get really excited when they know what I'm talking about. Literally, like I'll say something and they'll like nod their heads, and I'm like just jumping in the backseat because I'm so excited. And I'm not gonna lie, the men here are super flirty. So I think when they see me get excited, they're just like, ooh, like no, not into you, but whatever. So yeah, that's been my experience with like learning Arabic. Now people understand what I'm talking about. It's been amazing. I've also been on many trips during the semester. I went to Dubai for my birthday slash Eid, which I talked about in I think the video before or the first video. I'm not sure. I talked about Dubai in one of those videos. And I went to Cairo. I didn't really talk about Cairo much, which saddens me because I promised you all a video, but I can briefly talk about it. I went to Cairo I think a month ago, and I was there for 4 days with a few friends, and we stayed in a hostel that basically was like a 10-minute walk from the pyramids. So we got really lucky. We had a view of the pyramids every single night. Yeah, so we got to see mosques. We got to see the old Islamic street. We got to see the Egyptian Museum, which is in downtown Cairo. I'm not a fan of museums, but that museum just, it was amazing. They had mummies in there. We didn't get to see um, the actual human mummies. We got to see animal mummies, which I'm kind of glad because I would have been spooked out if I saw like actual human mummies. But yeah, so Cairo was phenomenal. I would love to go again sometime soon. Hopefully, maybe at the end of the semester. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like in the process of planning it with my friends that I went with last month. So I'll definitely let you guys know if I end up going back. But it's an amazing place, and if you all want to put a place on your bucket list, it should be Cairo because one, it has one of the last old seven wonders, and it's just amazing. The traffic is shit though. I think, we were leaving Cairo, headed to Giza, where we were staying, and it took us, I think, an hour and 10 minutes to get to our place, and it's usually a 30-minute drive, but the traffic is shit. But yeah, so Cairo, and then last weekend I went to Aqaba, and Aqaba is, I believe, south of Amman. I'm really bad at geography, so I could be wrong, but I definitely think it's south of Amman. It was amazing. I got to dive, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know how to swim. Swimming is like a big fear of mine, but my friends convinced me to dive, which I have pictures up on Facebook if you haven't seen it. And it was very terrifying, but I still did it. And it's weird because like now I can tell people I dived in the Red Sea because the Red Sea is in Aqaba. So yeah, I did that, and we were on the beach of the Red Sea, and then we had, from where we were standing, we saw across from us, we saw Egypt, and then we saw Israel, which was bordering Egypt, and then we saw Saudi, the road headed to Saudi. So we basically saw three countries in that one spot that we were like standing on the beach. It was insane, man. It was insane. Before I went to Aqaba, there was like a rainstorm in Amman, and a few of the streets in Amman like were flooded. It was so bad. That was also something I reposted on Facebook. So if you want to see it, you can just scroll back from a week ago, and then you'll see the posts that I made. It was just, oh man, you guys, it was bad. I got up that morning and it was pouring, and I was like, oh, should I go to class? And I just ended up talking myself into going to class because I feel really bad when I like skip class. I'm paying money for this, so I might as well go. So I got dressed, and it took me a long time to find a cab. And then when I found a cab, the cab driver was just gonna like drop me off somewhere random because he just did not want to drive whatsoever in the storm. And I convinced him. I was like, "Please take me. I'll pay you extra." So I ended up paying extra to get to school. And by the time I got to school, I basically was headed to class, and I got a text from one of the coordinators in my program, and they were just like, "Oh, classes are canceled." And it took me, I think, an hour to get to school, and it was just a nightmare. I was so depressed, but yeah. So the weather in Amman has been very just bipolar. It's been raining really often, and it's really cold here. It's, I think, in like low 30s, low 20s, I think. And yeah, I don't have a jacket. I've been contemplating on buying one, but I'm like really lazy. I'm just like, no, it's gonna get warmer again. And sorry, my host brothers are in the background, but I've been convincing myself, no, you don't need to buy it. It's gonna get warmer again. But it's been really cold. I have to wear socks at night because my room is so cold, and I have like 3 blankets over me. It's a pretty funny sight to see, but it's really cold in Amman. I would argue and say that it's colder than Minnesota, and so yeah, it's really cold here. The weather's I'm not a big fan of the weather right now, but I'm even getting a little sick, I feel like, because like my nose has been really stuffy. Like I said, a really shitty immune system. So yeah, I can't think of other things to talk about. And I'm sorry, like I said, my host brothers are in the background too. You'll hear their voices, but this is like the only great lighting that I'll get in the entire house. So bear with me. So yeah, it's been quite the journey for me, and I don't really know what else to talk about at this point. But I think I'll just call it the end of the video and say that I'm gonna make a new video for sure soon. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I promise I'll have another video up really soon.